welcome. So if you're here already, just give me in a couple seconds. I'll just wait for those who are yet to join. Okay. So welcome to the training tonight. Welcome to the training tonight. I'm looking out for the let me see. I'm looking out for the comments. Amazing. Welcome. Welcome. Good to have you here, Delight. Good to have you here. So tonight is going to be an amazing time. It's going to be an amazing time. I'm sure that a lot of us who are going to be in this training are people who already have a lot to share, already have a lot to offer. You've been through things, you've garnered experiences, you've learned a lot of things. You've built to an extent. And the major little bit of time. If you can hear me, please. Okay. Kindly indicate if you can hear me so that I would know if this is if it's good to go. Okay. So like I was saying, it's one of the major challenges people face in terms of monetization is when it comes to mindset. Okay. A lot of people who are going to be here are people who have built to an extent, who know quite a lot of things, have a lot of experiences, but the major challenge is around how to monetize those experiences, how to make money from what you already know. Okay. Before I get started, some experiences with you quickly. Okay. The first time I was being paid, yeah, the first time I was being paid in six figures was this year. Okay? Was a farm company. I was invited to come and train. Barely 45 minutes, and I was paid such a huge amount of money. Nothing compared to what I would have earned as and beyond that, I've been able to, do a lot on my own. I've been able to organize programs, organize events, and all of that, right? And make good amount of money with my digital product and identity, right? You have to pick a niche, and you have to stick to that niche till the end of time. So you've been told that, okay, for you to actually make money, you need to find out the one that you love most, the one that's more profitable, whatever, and just do it. So if it is speaking, stick to speaking. If it is writing, continue writing. If it is spoken word, do that. Whatever it is, just figure out one and go. So I have had a different experience, a very different experience, and it is the fact that I didn't just do one of them. Okay. Um, I speak, I write, I train, um, I coach, and there's never been a time where I decided that I was just going to do um so I was logged out. Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If the network is bad, if it's too terrible, inform me so that we'll change plans if necessary. Okay. If you can still hear me, kindly let me know. If it's bad, let me know it's bad. If it's poor, let me know. If it's good, let me know as well so that we'll continue. Okay, I'll wait for your feedback. I'm waiting for your feedback. help me inform the group. Just help me and inform them that we're alive. Oh, Christiana says it's breaking. Ah, I really hope it's not the experience most people are having. So, like I was saying, sorry about that. Let me see evaluation if it's going to be better. So, like I was saying, there are basically four things we'll be discussing tonight. Okay, basically four things, and the good thing is, I'll try and keep this as simple as possible. I don't believe in complicating things. I really don't believe in making things difficult. You know, I don't believe that you have to use the most complicated sales funnels and use the most expensive tools. All of that, I don't believe. That's not my life. Okay, so that same experience I've had, I have leveraged simplicity. I've been able to get a lot of things done with the most simple tools you can think of, with the cheapest tools you can think of. Okay, and it has almost nothing to do. I can tell you, it has almost nothing to do with the amounts that you can make. The price of the tools you use have almost nothing to do. What keeps a lot of people down? What keeps a lot of people from manifesting what they should manifest, what they should do, is actually the perfectionism. Perfectionism. This tool, I need that tool. There's this fancy tool, this ring light, this that, all of the things that you think you need. Stack them up on your book of excuses and burn them. Now, here's this session we are doing tonight. You paid for this, you know, you paid for this one way or another, right? And I'm not using, you don't know the make of my phone from this session. You have no idea what type of, whether I'm using an iPhone 16 or 18. It's nobody's business, right? I am not using any expensive backdrop or background. I am not using any expensive microphone. This is actually a very very cheap microphone that I'm using, but it serves me well. If not for the microphone, I could still go ahead and use my headphones. um what else? What else? I'm not doing video, so I'm not concerned how my video is coming out, whether the lighting is, there's no ring light here, nothing like that. So I'm not overthinking anything. The reason why a lot of people are stuck is because they are stuck in that cycle of overthinking, of perfectionism. You know, where you are right now, you probably could have, you probably could have been way way ahead of where you are right now if you did not procrastinate, if you were not waiting to be perfect. You probably would have been way ahead. Okay, so it begins with mindset, and that's the first thing we're going to be discussing tonight. Okay, mindset, and then we're going to be looking at clarity, and then finally, essentials of branding and monetization, how to position yourself. Okay, so it's 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 going to be a brief one. Okay, it's going to be a brief session, not necessarily brief in terms of time, but it's going to be concise. I'll make everything quite concise so that you don't, you know you don't get confused at any point. Okay, now the first thing that we need to discuss, like I said, is mindset. Let me start by saying this: Monetization readiness. Because this session is all about monetizing your knowledge, monetizing what you already know, or what you can know, what you have the ability to know, what you have the ability to do. So it's not just knowledge, it's both skills, crafts, and all of these things fall under the crafts. All of these arts of expression fall under the crafts. Talking about public speaking, spoken word poetry, writing, they all fall under the crafts that you can monetize. The previous session we did, we talked about the different arts, the arts of expression. Now we're looking at how to monetize them. In fact, by God's grace, I'll give us an extra session on monetization proper, an extra program on sales and monetization, because you need them. What I'll do is I'll get all of my relevant resources, and I'll share with you all my relevant resources on sales. And I'll share with you how to sell high tickets, how to position for sales, how to communicate in a sales, any sales opportunity and all of that, how to pitch. So I'll share that resource with you, all of you who are in the paid program. So now, mindset, like I said, the readiness for um monetization is majorly, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in your mind. Okay, there's a whole lot of work that needs to be done in the mind level. Monetization readiness is more than a skill, it's positioning. And before you can position, you need to be mentally positioned first. This is another quote I'll leave with you. You don't get paid because you're talented. You get, they sound mean the same thing, but they don't. Same thing. You can hustle and hustle and hustle and hustle, and yet you will not really get any at this point. Now, the next is what you need at this level, what you need. Okay, what you need. Number one is to break limiting beliefs surrounding your goals. Okay, I've already talked about perfectionism. Next thing is limiting belief. There's always something that tells you, oh, this is not for you. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. You can't do this yet. Okay, you are too young for this, or that you are too old for this. Who will listen to me? All the stories that I have, who will listen to me? People will look at my face and think I'm and they'll think I'm too young. I once thought like that, but it didn't last for seconds. That thought didn't survive in my mind. I killed the thought. Because you're neither too young nor old in the realm of impact, influence, and income. There's no age. If a 5-year old has the results that you are seeking and you are desperate for, you will be surprised how much you will bow for that 5-year old. That's life for you. So leverage it, take it to your advantage. Anything that looks like disadvantage to you is an actual advantage. If you are too young and you think, okay, people are not going to listen to me because I'm young, do you know that you can flip that to your advantage? Why? By the time people begin to listen to you, they are going to be surprised. How is all this wisdom coming from such a young mind? That has been my own leverage and advantage. that people look at me and they're like, some people would be like, oh, is this guy is young, you know, he's you're quite young to be doing all of this. And then there's another group that will come around and they're like, no, you are too young to be this wise. You know so much at this early age, and it is quite amazing. So what you are thinking is a disadvantage, an actual advantage in disguise. Okay, so that's one of the things you must delete, that limiting mentality. Okay. um I met a woman, a mother, who once told me, she was approaching 50. So we were discussing life, we were just talking about life and things she wanted to do and all of that. And when I was trying to help her understand that she could still build and develop herself even at that age, she said it was a lie, and she told me, what can she still do at 50? What room is there for her at 50? That is not possible, that her own life has finished, you know. And I'm like, 50? And it's not even as if she looked elderly. She looks very young, you know. She has this very youthful body and all of that. But it was just a thing of the mind. It was a mindset block, right? That following age chronologically, at 50, somebody should be retiring from life. But that's not so. Meanwhile, if you take this as a leverage point and you actually start doing what you want to do, people are going to navigate towards you, especially because they feel you are older. So that thing that you thought was a disadvantage is an actual advantage. Okay. Some people, their own excuse is, oh, I'm a woman, nobody's going to listen to me, or I'm a woman, I don't think, I have a place here, or I don't think I can do this, you know Meanwhile, immediately you start that stuff, you start talking about that thing, you start teaching what you know, you start sharing your knowledge, you start writing about what you know or what you love writing about. People will start navigating to you because of that thing you perceived as a weakness. So some people will start navigating to you because you're a woman, or because you're a young lady. Other young ladies will come to you, other women will come to you just because you're a woman. So that perceived disadvantage has become an advantage. Overcome the limiting beliefs, whatever it is that is telling you that you are not enough. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is, um, visualize. It helps. Okay. Put yourself in that mind state, that mental state, that you know that whatever you want to achieve is possible. What you want to do is possible. Okay. Visualize it. Let it be real in your mind. Your brain is not able to tell so much the difference between reality and what you see through visualization. Your imagination is a realm where everything is possible. There's no limit in your imagination. And do you know the interesting thing? Imagination is free. I'm taking us through these basics. I know some of you already you've already passed way beyond this point, but it's important that we start here again. I'll draw close to some of my stories. By the time I was in school, being in a health program, and everybody's looking at you and they're like, oh, you're in a professional course, so to say, so your whole life should be tied around this. Okay. And they feel like you're already made, which is not true. But then in school, I would sit in my room and then I go into these conscious trances, as I'll call them, which is a period of this consciousness, absolute consciousness. I know I am there, I know I'm in the physical, but then my mind distracts me and I just see myself in front of an audience of thousands of people, right? And those thousands of people are corporates. It's either they are lecturers or teachers, or healthcare providers, all dressed on suits and all of that. And I see myself teaching and speaking to them. you know, and I would start practicing in that line. I'd actually start teaching them. I'll bring out a topic and I'll start teaching them. I always have a whiteboard with me. Then, when I was in school, I had a smaller whiteboard. At some point, I sold the whiteboard to a friend of mine and I added extra money. You would think I was adding extra money to buy food stuff or something. I bought a bigger whiteboard, and hung it on my wall in my room. So when you come to my room on campus, you wouldn't see a television. You'll see a big whiteboard, a very big whiteboard. That's been my life. And it's because I love to always jump on those moments. I love to teach myself. I love to teach other people. So practice makes professional. Practice makes you better. Practice draws your future closer. But even if you don't find who to practice with yourself, practice with school bags, stack up books, stack up bags, start teaching inanimate objects. You are practicing your future. So that's it about mindset. Realize that this thing is possible. You can do it. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing so special about those who do them. That's one thing that helped me. There's absolutely nothing so special about those who are already occupying these spaces. In fact, if you do not ascend to this reality of so mercy. Okay, I didn't know this. I didn't know this. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me change my location. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm just seeing these comments. Oh, God of mercy. This is sad. Can you hear me? I've had to step outside. Let me know. Let me know. Please, I need feedback. I need feedback. I apologize for the what's it called? The break in transmission. I can hear you clearly. Okay, thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. Good, good. So like I was saying, let me quickly recap. Okay, everything I've been talking about is about mindset. Mindset. The fact that you need to conquer the battle going on in the mind, whatever is making you feel like this is not for you, right? Or you are not qualified. You need to conquer that. Okay. Those who are doing it in those days, they will tell us, oh, this person that is carrying first in the class, does he have two heads? So allow me to borrow that again. Those who are doing it heads. And truth of the matter is, if you do not step up, if you do not ascend, if you do not start occupying the space, you may think that there are a lot of mindset blocks when it comes to knowledge monetizing or monetizing anything. There are a lot of blocks. Okay. One of those blocks is the fact that you may think that you shouldn't charge money. There are some people who think that way. Oh, if you know how to do something, Freely you have given, freely you were given, freely shall you give, that kind of thing. I'll tell you why you must charge money for your knowledge. Oh. I'll tell you why you must have something that you monetize. Now, look at me, for example. The truth of the matter is, you can still be an altruist, you can still give a lot of value for free, but then you can have means that money comes to you. If you're always giving free value, think of free value. I've done free value for years, till today, till tomorrow, till 100 years to come. If God keeps me alive, I'll keep giving free value, right? If you if you keep giving free value, time is going to come, realize that it was okay. The time is going to come when you begin to understand that even the passion that you had disappearing. Why? Can you hear me? Okay. Hello. Please let me know if you can hear me. Are you with me? Are you with me? I think next time I'll just because my current location is messing up my network. It's that bad. I apologize. I know now they've just done this on WhatsApp. It will take some time to enter, but it will still enter. So like I was saying, if you don't take center stage, people who you are way better than will take that stage and dominate it. Guess what? You will pay them. They will make you pay. And like I said, if you keep doing free value, free value, free value, a time is going to come you will not even have data to post free value. Okay. So like I was saying that if you keep doing free value, a time is going to come and you realize that you don't have data to post that free value. A time is going to come you won't have money for that event. They keep inviting you to come and speak for free, come and speak for free, and you are going. A time is going to come you will need transport to go to an event to speak for free, and you will not have transport. You will have to borrow money. You will see how painful it is. Okay. And remember, that's why I said that sometimes, not even sometimes, almost all the time, passion without profit can be poisonous. Too much passion everywhere, too much passion, but no profit. Zero naira, zero kobo in your accounts, and you are doing passion up and down. You better calm down. You better use your tongue to count your teeth. You better start drawing maps of what to monetize. If not, people will celebrate you for your free value. They will admire you. You become the champion online. You become. You can even be a celebrity, but you'll be a very broke one. And it's my prayer for you. I can remember I was talking to my mentees some years ago, and I made this prayer for them. And I'm making that prayer again for all of you who are here. May you never be a broke celebrity. May you never become a broke celebrity. It's painful. You know why it's painful? Because in that state, people who know you believe you have money. There's nothing you can tell them. There's no explanation. You're online, you're posting every time, every day you're online. They believe you have a lot of money. You know what will happen eventually? They will come to you and they will ask you for money. They'll keep asking you for money. And you realize how shameful it is to not have a whole influencer that doesn't have transport money, you know, and you cannot even ask anybody. You can't ask anybody with that status. How will you come and tell somebody that you don't have money to fill your gas, or you don't have money to eat? Makes no sense. Okay, so that's our mindset. That's our mindset. The next point that I would like us to look into is clarity. Okay, clarity. And what's this clarity all about? I've done sessions on clarity. I've done over 15 different video sessions on clarity. In fact, I have a playlist on that topic, clarity, and I also have a book on clarity. Initially, when I was telling us about my digital products and things that I have launched in the past and all, um, I want you to see this, to understand, I mean, to know this. Um, when I started out, some of the digital products I created, some of the courses and all of that, those were what gave me the audacity to continue. Why? The first time I was seeing 100K, 100,000 naira together in my account, that was around 2020, that I hosted a training on digital learning, and over 100 people paid 1,000 naira to listen to me teach them about how to learn online and all that stuff. In fact, the very first one I hosted was about, I think I charged 500 naira, 500 naira for that training, and about 50 people joined. So it was about 25,000 naira in total. I was impressed, and I continued from 25 to 50 to 7. Um, then another book that gave me good amount of money was my networking, my book on networking. And remember what I talked about, what I said about perfectionism. Sometimes you overthink a lot of things. You are already ripe, you are already mature for launch, you are already due to manifest, but you are still overthinking. Now, that ultimate guide to networking, the book had over 100 people pay for that book, you know, at different intervals. I didn't do a book launch till today. I didn't do, I didn't run ads. I didn't do any major, you know, thing. And guess what? Till today, that book has not been professionally edited, but over 100 people have bought and read it. And I think I started selling it for 2.5, or either 2.5 or 2,000, from 2,000 to 2.5, from 2.5 to 5,000, from 5,000 to 8,000, and people were still buying it happily. Now, it's an ebook still, oh, it's an ebook. And the interesting thing too, I said it already, it was not professionally edited. I didn't give it to an editor. I edited everything by myself. I preferred and edited by myself, you know, and that book sold over 80 copies before I now gave it to one of my mentees who edits, and she edited it for me. Before she edited it for me, that book had gone to different places. Somebody bought it from the United States of America and read the book. you know After reading the book, she was so happy. She was like, wow, that she's coming back to give back, that book is not something to read once, that she needs to read it again. Another lady that I sent it to, Christina Flores, I'm not sure anyone here would know her, but I collaborated with her. I think that was in 2020. Now touch to it before it can be ready for the market. So that sent me back to work. I appreciated that feedback. It sent me, that was what prompted me to look for an editor. But imagine that before she was, that book had already sold to more than 60 people. You know, it sold to more than 60 people. And none of them came back to complain that, oh, they don't like the editing of the book. None. What they were saying is, it felt as if you were speaking to me. It felt like you were in my room, you know. And I am really glad that I read this piece. It took me less than 2 hours to finish. The book was 60 pages, though, you know. Okay. So, so now that's where mindset comes. That's where mindset comes in. Don't let anything stop you. In terms of clarity, I was talking about my book. That's what brought me back to this. In terms of clarity, clarity is all about knowing what you want, knowing why you want it, and knowing how to get started. That's what clarity is about. Okay. And look at you. If you want to get started with knowledge writing yourself, what do I really want? What do I want to get started with? What is my lowest hanging fruit? What are my experiences? What do I know by default, by design? Okay. Who are the people around me? What am I passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? What do I enjoy talking about? What do I feel very deeply connected to? Hmm? What do people commend me for? If you want to understand clarity, I'm going to drop the link to this, the playlist on clarity. I'll drop it on the group. So somebody remind me on that group. I'll drop a playlist on clarity. So you can watch as many as you want, as many as you choose until you dig it out. There's no way you can proceed without clarity. I do mention this whenever I talk about clarity. Without clarity, you can only run so fast in the wrong direction. Okay? Without clarity, you can run very fast, but you'll be running in the wrong direction. And by the time you figure out that you have run towards the wrong path, it will be late. Okay? So, um, remember all of these things that I said. There are different models for actually discovering what you want to do, what you want to go for, what aspect of, what aspect of expression you want to choose in the time being at the moment. So, do you want to speak your way through? Do you want to write your way through? Do you want to coach your way through? Do you want to do spoken word? Do you want, which of them do you want? And it can be a combination of two or more. Right now, I would advise every one of you to be doing something, and that thing is creating content. And content has different goals. Okay, content has different goals. So it's either you are creating content to sell, you are creating content to entertain, you are creating content to educate, you are creating content to inspire or uplift or energize or enlighten. Okay, but basically there are three things that I want you to target. One is circle. Two is um I'm trying to remember what the third one is. Yeah, content, circle, community. Yes, content, circle, community, and cash. So be creating content. One, two, be intentional about building your circle, the circle of people around you, networking. Be intentional about the rooms you are penetrating because you are preparing yourself to monetize your knowledge, even if you have not monetized yet. Okay, there's is the kind of audience you attract to yourself. You can easily partner with people, you can easily reach out to a friend, right, or a mentor and say, sir, I'm organizing this training, I want you to be one of the speakers. Some of my mentees have reached out to me, I'm doing this training, I want you to be one of the speakers. And I grant them that access, that privilege, right? And I go and speak. And I don't just go and speak. When they put my flyer there and they put it out, my audience automatically would navigate to search, you know. And if it is something around what I do, maybe women's health, youth development, and all of that, I would equally bring my own audience along. Okay, so that is about circle. Now, number three is community. You have to be intentional about community, about building communities, building and developing communities. I have built communities should be almost tens of thousands of people. So this one 1,000 people, this one I have on 400, 3,500, this one I have like 2,000, communities everywhere. When I entered Abuja, I'm going to give you this example. When I entered Abuja, I knew that at some point in Abuja, I would have to host my own programs. I would have to host my own physical events. So what did I do? I created a community for people who love attending events, and I called it Events in Abuja. Right now, if I want to create my own event, I don't need any special, anything. I already have the thriving market to push my event to from that community. So be intentional about creating communities. If you're creating content now, you have the likelihood of going viral. There's possibility that you will go viral when while creating content. But what's the purpose of virality if there's no call to action? If these people are coming around your page and then they are not joining anything, they're not buying anything, they're not, getting into anything that you want to introduce them to, what's the point? They will just come around, admire, and go. One other way to monetize your knowledge or monetize your skill, monetize your expression is actually monetizing your social media. Monetize your social media accounts. Get monetized. Get monetized. Apply for monetization. Do all the necessary requirements, create the account that is required, go and open a domiciliary account. Go and open a domiciliary account. Go and open a domiciliary account. You may have thought about this before and you procrastinated it. Go and open a domiciliary account so that whatever you are applying for, it will be easier for you. Get all those requirements so that, see, content creation should not be labor. Anything you are doing and you are not getting rewarded for it is labor. There's a difference between work and passion. If you are doing, job and passion. If you are doing work you don't enjoy, it's called job. Are you not even surprised why it is job? What do you know about Job in the Bible? So if you're doing something you don't enjoy, it's job suffering. If you're doing work that you love, it is called passion, and that passion is self-refueling. That means passion is a form of reward. The fact that I'm teaching and I love the fact that I'm teaching, it becomes a reward for me. Okay, so that's one. Whatever you're doing, plan your own reward inside. Plan it. As I'm creating content, I should is either people look see if you follow me on social media, go and follow me on Facebook, especially Facebook. You will notice something. Almost all of my posts that went viral, I've had posts that reached over 5 million people, 8 million people. One of my posts reached over 10 million people within 4 days or 5 days. But do you know the interesting thing? For most of my posts that have gone viral, go and check the bottom of the post or the comment section. I'm always like, join this community, join Healthy Worldly Moms Club to get more information. Follow me on Facebook. Follow. That's how I moved from about 11,000 followers on Facebook to 15,000 followers within the space of 3 months. My community, Healthy Worldly Moms Club, picked up from a thousand about 1,500 members. Now it's about 3,000. Go and check. Okay, these are all intentional strategic steps. Are you with me? Are you with me? So build community, create content that converts. Create content that converts. I'm going to do a session on copywriting and content writing. A very brief, a very short, simple, sweet. Oh, short, simple, sweet. SSS. Okay. So, but if you understand these things, you realize that they are not hard. They are super easy. Okay. Content creation, copywriting, super easy. Content writing and copywriting, easy. So now, like I was saying, you should target to have a reward from everything that you give out. That's the way of a salesman. You give as you are giving, take. It's either people who read your post. There's something I call vein virality. Vein virality. Your post goes viral, hundreds of views, thousands of on LinkedIn. But what action do people take? None. So they just come, like your post. Correlation, 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 correlation. After correlation, they will just go. You didn't know that it was an opportunity to actually introduce people to something, if not anything, a very powerful message that will make them scamper and run to your profile to follow you so that they will see more. There has to be something that you are doing intentionally to retain people within your sphere of influence. There's a place that you are king. There's a jungle you are king. Closer to that jungle where you are king. Why? In that jungle, they are under your influence. But if you just post for posting sake and your post goes viral and people just come and admire the post and go, except you are monetized, it is waste of time, waste of post, waste of intellect. Unless you are monetized on social media. Okay? Unless you are monetized on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on wherever, it's waste of posts, waste of time. Let people be joining your community. Let people be buying your book. Let them be buying your affiliate product. So you can affiliate for organizations, affiliate for programs, affiliate for me. You can affiliate for me. So you post something and women rush to the place. Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh, women are trying. Women are so, and you're like, okay, there's this book by Coach. You should read this book. Get the link. I read the book. There's this program that is currently ongoing. You should, that kind of thing. So by so doing, Let it be that you are making attempts, even if nobody is buying, but let it be that you are making attempts. Bring them close to somewhere. Even if people don't buy from you, let them join a community. So you should have a community that you are doing stuff for free. It should be like a mini NGO. And remember, what usually keeps people off from taking steps is that you think you need to formalize everything. You think you need to register everything. You think you need to make everything professional. No, no. I have over probably 17 to 20 different communities that are active. How many have I registered? None. None. Sometimes we overthink a lot of things and it slows us down. Slows us down, you know. So I have a registered business, I have a registered brand, right? And of course, I'm definitely going to patent and register the ones I can. But that's not the primary thing. That's not the priority. The priority is one, for you to make impact, as much impact as you can. Two, for you to build as much influence as you can. And then three, number three is for you to make income, make money, make money, make money. No time to waste. Make money. That's it. Okay? That's it. Every other thing is secondary. Every other thing is Jara, extra. Okay? I hope it's entering. I hope it's entering and I hope it's making sense. So I've talked about clarity, I've talked about mindset. You need to be thinking, what problem can I solve? Who needs it? And how do I deliver it? This summarizes everything. Okay? So in terms of vehicle, what vehicle do I need? That's when you now start checking. Okay, will writing convey this better? Will speaking convey this better? Will coaching convey this better? And the truth of the matter is, when you start, see, it's not about starting with one or starting with two or starting with three, but just shall get started. Just start. When you start, you now start seeing more need. You start seeing more things. You start seeing more opportunities. By the time you start, and you, let's say you do spoken word, you do a spoken word piece about depression, about mindset, about healing from trauma, about heartbreak. Just one thing, sha, just do a spoken word piece. And then people crowd and everybody's admiring your spoken word. You need to be able to identify and use your leverages. Let me give us this secret quickly. If you're a pretty lady, use that as leverage. What do I mean? There are people that when they come out on TV, I mean on social media, and they speak, anything that they are saying, people will be saying yes, yes, continue, we love you. They are not admiring what she's saying. What she's saying may not actually make so much sense, but it's coming from a pretty lady. Just take it like that. That's life, that's reality. Okay, don't apologize to anybody for using your leverage. So when you post and you notice that, okay, people navigate towards my video content more than my written content, don't be proud. Don't be proud. What people like, give it to them. I've seen people who, you know, they do, let's say they do spoken word poetry, right? They do spoken word poetry. And the fact that they do spoken word poetry, they want to leave spoken word poetry, they want to identify as writing coach, professional writer. And they are like, no, I can't be doing spoken word poetry. This spoken word poetry, I do it well, but it's not bringing me this. It's not bringing. But then, so they will not leave spoken word poetry and they just start writing. Every day they are writing on Facebook and nobody's engaging. Nobody's engaging. Or they say, oh, I want to do spoken word poetry. I want to become a coach. I want to become a coach of whatever, relationship coach. And they are doing all their relationship talk. Nobody is joining. The moment they go and do another spoken word piece, people will engage again. Okay. So it's not meant to be like that. Fix yourself, understand what people want from you, and give it to them. Simple. Simple. Okay. Decide the vehicle that you want to use to convey your message. Which one comes easier for you? Which one will get you viral? All of those things. What do you need to learn here and there? Somebody talked about structure. I'll teach you structure. You see, this training, I am going to go beyond what I had in mind. This particular program, I'll go beyond what I had in mind. But one thing I'll ask from you is to not be, don't hold back your feedback. Don't be stingy with your feedback. Just give me feedback. I love it. Okay, to me, it's like you're paying me extra when you're giving good feedback, when you're telling me what you like about the program, or you're posting it online and all of that. But then, let's continue. The next thing is brand essentials. What you need to actually get ready for monetization. I will introduce them here tonight. Okay, I'll introduce them tonight. Number one, you need to be consistent with showing up. Consistency is needed. It's a tool for visibility. You need to keep showing up. And if you are showing up and you are not getting visible enough, there could be something you're doing wrong. Alter. Okay, switch things up a bit. You're posting every day, you're posting text on Facebook. Text every day, you're posting only text content. Come on. Sometimes just leave the text, just post your picture and post that text together with your picture and study the algorithm. Sometimes leave text and picture, just post video, copy video, put to edit all of these things now is not hard. You can use InShot. That's what I use. Put the first part of the video, put your this in as a picture in picture, PIP. You see it on InShot as a feature. One of these days we'll do a live. I'll record my screen and teach you a lot of those techie stuff that'll make it easy for you. So put your picture on somebody else's picture, leverage on other people's content. So you see people doing it a lot these days. So you see their head floating on the corner somewhere and they are nodding. Well, those people, some of those videos that you see that are going viral, 2,000 likes, 10,000 likes, that is just their head though. That's the contribution they made to the video. It's just the head that they popped in and the head is popping, bubbling up and down. That some of those people are making thousands of dollars by reposting other people's content and putting their blob head. Okay, I'm just giving you ideas. If what you're doing is not working, try something else. Don't be rigid. Don't be rigid. um a wise man once said, I don't know the wise man, the quote is flying around. They've said it's different people. Somebody said it's about Einstein, somebody said it's somebody else. So me, I don't know who said it, but a wise man once said that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results has a name. It's called stupidity. It's called foolishness. What have you been doing that's not giving you the result you want? It can even be sticking to a platform. You are on LinkedIn every day. You're on LinkedIn, posting every day. You are posting and posting and posting and posting. 2 likes, 3 likes, 4 likes, 2 comments. You are posting in the name of consistency. You've been consistent since 2020. Are posting. There's nothing coming out. Nobody has ever paid you from LinkedIn. Nothing, but you are just there. Sometimes your post just mistakenly go viral. Small. Nothing, no job, nothing. But if they say people on LinkedIn, we are the LinkedIn gurus, come on, pity yourself small. Expand, touch grass, come out and touch other platforms. Go to Instagram, go to TikTok, try these things out at least once. Then study the algorithms, see which one favors you the most. There's the kind of result you get on TikTok. You abandon other platforms and focus on TikTok. But you've not tasted any other ground and you are feeling like, oh, let me just stick with this one because no, it's not marriage that you are doing there. Come on, be ready to evolve, be ready to try out other stuff, try out other options and see what makes you visible the most. Okay, text is there, video is there, um audio is there. This thing I'm doing now is audio, but you have to be here, you have to be here. You know you have to be here, that's why you're here. If not, if you see audio sometimes you run away. Okay, so visibility, show up consistently so that you can be visible. Post something that people want to listen to or people want to hear, people want to read. Okay, your identity is important. Your photo, your bio, your value statement, your about me, all of those things should be on point. With AI now, you don't even need plenty to you don't need plenty grammar. With AI, you can, okay, this is what I am about. Write your bio, take it to artificial intelligence, ask AI, ChatGPT, or any other one. There are plenty tools. Um, this is about me. Please refine this. I want to position myself as an expert of as an authority, as a public speaker, a writer, and a coach in this space, as a budding writer, budding public speaker in this space. These are the topics I want to talk about frequently. You know, position me as an enthusiast. Right, drop it. And this is also something that you need to know. Hmm? Um, I'm actually trying to remember what I was saying, what I was talking about. Um, who can remind me? I've lost it. Someone remind me what I was talking about before this. Can someone remind me what I was talking about before I took this network threw me out? Oh, Mary is here. Mary Lawani. We'll get to see you soon. We'll get to see you soon. Um, so like I was saying, I'm saying like I was saying as if I remember what I was talking about. Someone help me, someone help me, someone help me, someone help me. We're rounding off. Is it rounding off or rounding off? I don't even know again. But if I don't remember, this thing I wanted to say is important. If I don't remember, I'll move on. I'll move on. Yeah, I think I was talking about using AI, prompting AI to give you what you are looking for. These things are not hard these days, you know. Yes, I want to position as this, and I was talking about using coach, using titles. Titles can capsize you. Titles can cripple you too early. So don't be in a hurry to use coach. I know, yes, we want to position. I want you to position. I want you to start making money and all of that. Don't be in a hurry. Systematize it. You can even give yourself 1 week each to move through the funnel of experience, funnel of exposure, funnel of expertise. Give yourself 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks each. So, first of all, position as an enthusiast. You by the time you push, you gain acceptance of your audience. They love what you are saying, they love the way you say it, they follow you, they listen to you. Organize a free training, let them join. That free training you're organizing is as an enthusiast, women's health enthusiast. You are doing that. Finance enthusiasts, financial intelligence enthusiasts, corporate and whatever, corporate wellness enthusiasts, they are accepting you. Now, from there, you move on to advocate, women's health advocate, financial intelligence advocate, financial wellness advocate, and all of that. From there, you can now gain more acceptance. The moment people start calling you my coach, coach this, coach that, you know that you're about to take the next step, and that is getting into coach. Before you answer coach, make sure that you help people. You have helped people get results. You have helped people move from point A to point B, and you have read their testimonial, and they can say, yes, this person is my coach. This person has helped me get results. And then you move to the next level, which I mean, from the point you start answering coach, title, expert, whatever you want. But title is not the main thing. Leave title, focus on competence. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's it. That's it for this one. So I talked about your photo, your value statement, or your bio, right? You use testimonials a lot. Get results and use testimonials from your learners, from your students. Gather enough testimonials. Post those testimonials. That's one of the ways you build trust and credibility. Okay. Um, you can start working on the visuals for your brand. That one is optional. In the meantime, gather people. Community is everything. Community is everything. In the meantime, okay. So finally, in summary, preparing and positioning yourself, these are the things that you need to do. There's a checklist you need to, take a look at and know if you are ready, if you are well positioned. One, use tools. What tools are you in control of? If you say you want to host an event now, you want to stream live, do you know how to stream live? Do you know how to use these tools? What are the most basic, most easy to use tools that you can lay your hands on? I would advise, I would recommend, start simple, start easy. Learn how to use Canva, learn how to set up a seller store, so that if people want to pay from another country, you know what to do. Payment gateways, you know, WhatsApp. You can use WhatsApp to deliver training. Know how all of these things are done. Then two, penetrate networks. This is one of the most important tips I'll give to you. Penetrate networks, collaborate, do webinars. I mean, through webinars, communities, and all of that. Penetrate communities, not the one you created this time. Other people's communities, other people's networks. Pay money, pay money to join certain groups. Pay money to be with certain people, to be in certain rooms, to connect with certain people. There are books that you will buy, not because you want to buy the books, but because you want to connect with the author, because you want to have a picture with the author. There are books that you will buy. Make that sacrifice. Go the extra mile to get the extra results. Okay? Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is chips. And that's simply about what. So when people share testimonials, testimonial on your WhatsApp or on your email or on that form, extract every question will be entertained in the group. Okay? Every question be entertained in the group. If you are not in the group, if especially if you're watching from another platform, you can join, okay, so that you have access to the replays, you have access to the questions, you have access to the previous sessions, the question and answer, all of that. If you have any question, that's the way you can reach me. So find the link to this training, this program somewhere around. It's not there. If you can't see the link, send me a message, okay, and I'll tell you what to do. Yes, I hope we've had a nice time so far. So I look forward to hearing from you tonight. I look forward to your comments. Please drop comments. Let's see how this went for you tonight. Also, come to the group chat and then let's talk. Share your experience. Did you get clarity? Did you get value? What did you gain from tonight's class? Come out and share with us. Okay? Come out and share with us. And you can even go to your social media, pick one or two or three lessons from here. Go on social media and make the post that you are in this training. You're currently in this training and it's help. In fact, I will give that as an assignment tonight. Okay, take the flyer of this program, take a screenshot of your screen right now. Okay, make a screenshot of this screen. Yes, take a screenshot, and you can go on your social media platforms, on Facebook, talk about your experience in tonight's class. Okay, this is about 1 hour plus. It's not a small thing. It's not a small investment that you are making for your growth. So take that screenshot and go make a post, tag me to it, I'll see it. Let people know that you are actually investing in this, and then you'll soon be out and ripe. So yes, thank you very much for joining tonight. See you again next time in our next class. I'll announce the date for the next class in the group, in the training room.